5 signs your husband is lying or trying to hide something from you. Number 1, too many details. Okay, when he is fond of trying to explain and explain, especially when he sees that he has explained and opened up himself, he will try to give you more and more points why what he said the other time is truth. Okay, you know, a situation when someone lied and keep lying to cover up the first lie, and then lie the second time to cover up the second lie, the third lie, and fourth lie, and that is how he's going to keep explaining the thing with different version of the story, trying to tell you why I said this is because of this. Okay, so what am I saying? You need to understand that truth is yes and amen. Truth does not need much explanation. Truth is live and direct. This is A and this is B. So when you see him giving you different version, you need to know that there's something up that the guy is trying to hide, child of God. So you need to be alert. But remember not to over probe, not to over push him to talk, because the more you talk, it might lead to him becoming tired of the nagging, becoming tired of the questioning. Okay, so you need to watch not to be over. But the main point here is that you need to be alert, like open your eye to know more. Keep your ears down, keep your eyes down to discover what is at midst. Okay, make sure that you follow the best approach, which is silence, like maintaining silence, allowing him to talk freely, let him come up freely, and that is when you will know what happened. Okay, not by probing, not by asking too many questions, not by nagging, pushing for an answer. That is not the best approach in these circumstances. Okay, that is number 1. Number 2 signs that your husband might be lying is when he is always very defensive. Okay, defensiveness. Even though he knows that he is wrong, he will never accept that he is wrong, because his conscience has already told him, man, this thing you did is not good. Oh, okay, but he wants to feed his ego. Because of his ego, he doesn't want he doesn't want to fall, like he doesn't want you to feel that he is weak or he has done something wrong. And that's why you see him defending. Hey, why are you talking like that? Hey, why should you ask me? What is your concern? Even when it has to do with family, even though it has to do with the previous agreement that you guys made. Okay, for example, you guys might agree on how you are going to spend the fund, the next fund that is coming. And when your husband has diverted the fund into another circumstances, another thing that might be important or might not be important, you will see that when you ask him, how about the money that you said, what happened? Is it your money? You start seeing him acting like that. There is something wrong. Maybe he has used that money in a way that he's not proud of. That is when you will see him becoming so defensive and so attacking. He will make you to be the problem, okay? When in essence, he knows what he has done. Okay, so why I'm giving you these signs is for you to know when he's acting like this, how do you follow him? Okay, what should you do when he's like that? So in that circumstance, especially like, he's just shouting on you, becoming more violent in his words, like, what concerns you? Why should you ask? When he's acting like that, what you need to do, my dear, is to hold yourself, is to become quiet. That is the best thing to do. Like, leave him alone for that matter. That time, let him swim on whatever he feel he has done best. But if you keep like, I want him to recognize that he has made a mistake, sister, you are calling for more problem. You are calling for more fights. You are calling for more quarreling. And the worst thing is that you will never find a solution in that approach. So let him be. Let him enjoy his lie. But remember that there's no lie that can hide forever, right? Yes, no lie can hide forever. So what happens is that you will be more observant take note of these things and try to gather facts first. Don't conclude, don't jump into conclusion, because sometimes it might be that even these things that you're thinking that is what happened might not even be the situation. Maybe something else happened. Okay, all I'm saying is that don't try to force him to give you that explanation that time, especially when he is not ready, when he is so defensive. No, you cannot get anything from someone who is not ready to give it to you. You cannot get any information from him that time. The guy is not ready to tell you what he did. He's not ready yet. So whenever you see him defensive, let it be. Rest your case. Okay, I rest my case. Remember, God is always there to go and talk to in time like this, because I know your heart might be boiling. You will feel the pain, you will feel the hurt, you will not know what to do. Go to God. Go and pour your tears to God, and your Father will handle this issue for you, okay? Sign number 3 that you need to take note of to know if your husband is lying or trying to hide something from you is broken eye contact. So if your husband is avoiding eye contact, like when he's trying to explain something, he doesn't want to look at you, that's the time you see him so involved in his work, so engaging in his phone. He's talking to you, but he doesn't want to look at you. It is a great sign that he might be fabricating what he's trying to tell you, or his mind is coordinating the next point to make. Okay, so when he is avoiding your contact, when he doesn't want to look at you and is trying to get you to understand what he's doing, why he's looking at elsewhere, he will say, so what were you asking me? I said, what were you doing after work? Okay, I saw my friend. You are talking to him, he's looking at another place. I saw my friend on the way, and my friend said, Clement, Anthony, I've not seen you for a while. Instead of him to look at you, he said, so my friend now told me, come, let's go and chill. And so I just said, okay, let me just go so that I can use that opportunity to ask him about the business that we discussed last time. He's not looking at you, but he's explaining something. So it's a clear sign that what he's saying is not true, because his conscience is already telling him, boy, you are lying, or you are lying. So he will not be bold to look at you, eye contact to eye contact. Yes, because he will be afraid that if you look at you, that you will see the lie in his eye. Okay, so that is why he will not be able to keep the contact for a long time. He might look at you for a while, but his eye will be rotating up and down. That is a great sign that he is lying. Okay, but one thing, when he has to do with this, don't like tell him you are lying, that's why you cannot look at me. No, don't go like that. When you see him fabricating and you suspect he's fabricating, allow him to enjoy and have his fun. You say, okay, if that is what you said, okay, but my dear, always pay attention. Have facts before you come to him straight, so that it will not be allegation, so that it will not be something that will make him feel that you don't trust him, that you don't have confidence in him. Okay, so we are trying to solve a problem, not to cause another problem or not to escalate the existing problem. I hope you are following. So you need to know the approach you are following in these circumstances, sister. Another sign is when he is trying to manipulate you to doubt your perspective. Yes, some of them will be so articulate in words, they will try to use your word to talk what they were saying, to make it look as if what you were saying you didn't make sense. Okay, so how do they do this? By using question to answer question. Okay, by using your words to make a statement. Like when you say something, they will make a statement out of what you said. So do you mean that because you saw me with that woman, that means I'm dating? That is their tactics. Okay, someone that is lying will make you feel guilty for even trying to ask, for even trying to understand what went wrong. So that is how they will do. They will use wordplay, manipulate what you are saying, manipulate your thoughts, manipulate your perspective, so that you feel bad for asking. You feel bad for trying to know. Okay? So when you see that this person is playing with you, is trying to manipulate you, is trying to make you look stupid, my dear, do not allow him to continue to have his way of making you look stupid. So what happened? Seize the conversation that time. Seize it. I will keep repeating it. Like, don't push for it. Don't push for that conversation that time, because you have seen he's already prepared for the war. Like, let's exchange the words. Let's see who will know how to talk best. He's ready for you. So when it is this period, my dear, still rest your case. You don't need to tell him, okay, let me rest my case. No, just cease the talking. Say, okay, no problem. Simple. And then watch out, because when once he feels he has had his way, he's going to do it again. So watch out and then pay more attention by observing what he is doing, and then have the facts, so that by the time he will say, do you mean, he will see evidence. He said he will not have any other thing to use in defending himself, or to play along, or to manipulate you to make you look stupid with asking you stupid questions from your statement. Okay, so when you see this, my dear, it's just for you to learn, just for you to understand that something might be happening. Then you start paying attention, because you see, the thing that makes most of this thing happen is that we are not paying attention. We are so negligent, so focused on our day-to-day chores, like taking care of the children, going to work, all these things, that we don't even pay attention to the important things that is happening between you and your husband. So what happens is that when you start seeing this kind of sign, my dear, start paying attention, because if you are not careful, something might be happening. And if you allow it, the thing will grow to the point of affecting your marriage. So remember to always pay attention to what your husband is doing, where he's going. I'm not saying to over supervise and be possessive, no, but don't also be negligent of little matters, little things you should take note of. So when you see him being like so manipulative in his words, making statement out of what he is saying, making you look as if you don't know what you were saying, as if you don't understand the grammar you use, my dear, just let him be. Then pay attention to the next act. Okay, the more you pay attention, the more you investigate, the more you learn through these things, you will be able to have enough data to be able to know whether your assumptions were right or not. And number 5 signs is when he keep making excuses. Okay, like for instance, let me use finance again. When a money was put forth, okay, to be used for replacing the chairs in the parlor, for instance, and he has this money, he's supposed to buy these chairs and keep in the parlor, and you see, 1 week has passed, he hasn't. 2 weeks, a month has passed, you haven't seen the chair. And when you ask him, he keep making excuses. I forgot. I went the other day and they said the chairs are not available. The manager said that the color that they're using in the chair is not good, that they will replace the color. When you hear all these excuses, I mean flimsy excuses, know that there's something wrong, okay? He doesn't just want to tell you the truth. He's hiding something. So when you see him making these excuses, don't just go to him and start quarreling. You are making excuses. I know you are lying. I know you are hiding something. No, don't do that. Don't do that. In fact, don't even give him clue that you are going to investigate the case. Don't give him the clue. Don't let him know. Just tell him, okay, no problem. And then you go. What you need to do now is to go and investigate. You can go to the dealers or try to find the place he bought the chair. Try to know where he bought these things. Try to know where he's saying he went. And this will help you to make objective decision. This will make you to have facts about what he is saying, okay? Make sure that you don't fight with your husband unnecessarily. Make sure that you don't follow him to talk and argue, driving at no point, no solution. Remember that solving this problem is your key point of focus. You should always focus on resolving the issue, not escalating the problem, not trying to be right, trying to make sure, let him know that you are right, let him know that you know what he is doing. No, that will not bring any solution. So I hope you love this kind of content. Remember to subscribe and also give this video a like. See you in my next video.